What's up everybody and welcome to my top 5 favorite armor mods for Fallout 4. I feel like armor mods have undergone the biggest transition over the lifespan of Fallout 4. When the game initially came out, we were getting some relatively low-end armor mods, just some retextures, although some pretty cool stuff nonetheless. Then we transitioned and we had a pretty long phase of just power armor mods non-stop. We were getting awesome power armors every single week. That's actually a large part about how I grew a fan base for Fallout 4. I was posting videos and updates for a lot of the power armor mods, and I bet a lot of you guys actually subscribed to me as a result of those videos. But then as of late, we've transitioned yet again into another stage, and that being just normal old armor mods. People seem to have relatively grown tired of the power armors and started to move on to just your traditional put it on in your inventory armor. So in today's video, I want to show you guys what again are, in my opinion, my top 5 favorite armor mods. I'm not classifying this into just regular armors or just power armors or even companion armors. I do want to have a mix of all different armor mods and just things and accessories for your character that I thought made it look a little bit better and made your game a bit more enjoyable. Again, this is going to be all my opinion. I really encourage you guys to tell me in the comments down below what some of your favorite armor mods are, but with that, let's just jump right into it. So up first, we do have the TS-51 power armor. I'm sure you've seen this armor before. I made quite a few different videos on it, used it in one of my Fallout Let's Plays, etc, etc. What my favorite power armor has been has honestly changed a lot over my cycle of playing the game. It switched from the Spartan power armor to the construction power armor to even some other ones in between, but now I've settled here with the TS-51 power armor, which has kind of sat at the top for quite a while now. First and foremost, I do just love the way it looks. I think it has a lot of little details, especially with some of the different paint jobs you can add to it, as well as a bunch of the different accessories and skulls you could put on these shoulders, as well as the helmet there. I love these little details, and as you're using the power armor, I feel like it really gives it a lot more personality than just having kind of a flat paint job like many other power armors do. Even beyond that, although I don't typically like using melee weapons, I really like that this power armor adds in those weapons into Fallout 4. I think that's a really cool addition, as well as I just really like power armors that have little augments like that in the game. I think it adds a lot to the armor and kind of makes it transform itself outside of just being an armor. At the end of the day, the main reason I really love this mod is again because of how much it stands out from a lot of the other power armors out there. I like how it's different, and I feel like it's definitely different in a good way.
Much too quickly. The question is, have I learned anything about life?
So up next, not necessarily an armor for your character, but hey, who doesn't love having dog meat around? We do have the canine harness. Since I covered this mod in my upcoming mod series, I've been hyped for it, and it is definitely living up to its expectations. I think this is an awesome mod, it's an awesome idea, and I'm just really surprised it took that long for someone to release it. If you've never seen the canine harness mod, what it does is add in this tactical harness you can put on your dog meat companion. From there, you could add on different pouches and tags, so you could have a Brotherhood of Steel patch, a Minuteman patch, etc., as well as you could change some of the different color customization options. It could be OD green, black, blue, and there's even a few different camo options if you want to be tactical. So depending on what kind of different armor permutations you do put on it, you can either have it just be a flat out armor resistance for dog meat, so it's going to take him longer to get downed, or there actually is some different backpack options and other pouch options, so you can have him have more carrying weight, which is a really nice feature to have. All around, this is just an extremely high quality armor mod. I think it makes dog meat look a lot more exciting, if that makes sense. With his vanilla skin, he definitely looks cool, but with this tactical body armor on, I definitely think he looks pretty badass, and it really just spices up the way he looks as you go on different adventures with him. Next up, and I'm sure to no surprise of any of you, we do have the Mercenary pack. So this is a massive mod release, a huge recombination of all of Lord of War's mods, as well as some of his new mods that add in a bunch of cool new Mercenary armors. So what this mod pack adds in is 3 old armors, so that being the B90 armor, the Scavenged NCR armor, as well as the Rebel, which the Rebel is one of my flat out just favorite armors for Fallout 4 when you're not using a different armor. You've probably seen it in a lot of my videos because honestly I just use it all the time. On top of that, it also added in a brand brand new rebel variant that has some cut off sleeves and all around is pretty cool. A new mercenary armor, which is a very cool steel plate armor, and it looks very tactical. Now in your game, you're going to find a lot of gunners using different variants of this armor, so it actually is kind of in its own way a gunner overhaul because they are going to aesthetically look very different and have different gear with them. And then finally, it does have a Wastelander armor, which actually isn't my favorite. It's kind of just this own little armor that stands out, which is kind of cool, but I'd love to see it get expanded in the future. This is by far the largest armor pack we have for Fallout 4 right now. All these armors are extremely high quality. Honestly, each of these, even if they were individualized and only served as their own armor and their own mod, I would probably put one of them on this list, but all of them together in this pack makes this basically a must download for any of your games. All these armors are so good, whether you want to use them on yourself or on some of your different companions out there, and I definitely recommend you download this mod because it is probably one of the few must download mods for Fallout 4 right now. So next up we have a mod that maybe not everyone's going to love, but actually is a personal favorite of my own. Oddly enough, 2 of these mods actually made it into my 5 favorite mods for Fallout 4 overall, this being one of them. Holstered Weapons by AZAR is an awesome mod that basically allows you to put some different weapons on your back, as well as you do have a few different like kind of side mounted holsters and drop like holsters. I really love the look of this mod, and I love the way it looks with a bunch of different armors that are available in Fallout 4. I think using this with something like the Rebel is just the best way to play the game. I think it's the aesthetically most pleasing, and frankly there are a ton of different options you do have here. You could just have a shotgun, you could just have a rifle, you could have a ton of different camo backpacks. I think there's 10 options in total, as well as again you do have that 10mm pistol side mounted or drop like holster, which also is just a really nice addition. I'd love to see him add more weapons in the future. I would definitely love to see some revolver side mount options. I think that would be really cool, but for the time being I definitely think this is the 2 download accessory pack for your character. I think it looks the coolest and it is all around just the highest quality. So last but certainly not least, we have the B35C Heavy Brotherhood of Steel armor. I feel like this is the only good option we do have right now for a hybrid between power armor as well as regular armor. For whatever reason, a lot of mod authors with the onset of power armor just didn't really make good heavy armors for Fallout 4. If you actually try and search for it, you're going to realize very quickly that you don't have a ton of options out there, which makes it even crazier that the single option we do have is actually extremely high quality and has a bunch of different accessory options. When you install the B35C Heavy Brotherhood of Steel armor, it will be integrated into your level list, so you'll start seeing it spawn on some of the different Brotherhood of Steel paladins and different knights, which is actually just a really nice but small feature that I love, as well as you can customize it to kind of fit your needs. You could use a gray version, a black version, a red version, which is kind of the Enclave version, or the blue version that does go with the Brotherhood of Steel, as well as you could change the helmet visor so it could be different colors, and all around you could just customize this to really make it look quite a bit different and really suit the feel you do want to have with that armor. When you don't necessarily want to have the kind of heaviness or annoyance that comes with power armor, but you still want to actually be, you know, protected with your armor, this is definitely the mod I would recommend you use. This is the mod I use in those situations, and honestly it's one of my favorite mods flat out. I think it's a very cool mod, and again it fits into a category that I feel like a lot of other mods haven't really taken a step into, which I do really like. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this video though, guys. Hopefully you guys found this entertaining or at least enjoyable in some way. Hopefully you found at least one mod that you're like, hey, I'm gonna go download that now. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, comment calc down below. I did actually get my grade for calc and I didn't fail, which is awesome because I thought I did. I'm really happy about that. And just an FYI, I'm not actually a stupid person. I just really struggled with calc. All my other grades are actually pretty good. Regardless, as always, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video as always. With all that being said, I hope to see you all next time. Later.